Hello everyone, and welcome back to PLD Disc Golf. I'm super excited for you guys today here because I've got someone special in the booth with me, and his name is Payton Drake. You've heard him before, you love him.
What's happening?
So this is the third annual Fling at Double Horseshoe. Wow.
Look at those hay bales.
Double Horseshoe Farm, yeah, exactly. Round 1 Front 9 coverage. It's a beautiful day, October 7th, 2023. We're doing 2 rounds here on the same day. It's a good Saturday in Lakin, where it's 60 degrees, and we have quite of a blustery wind coming off of this bean and cornfield that you see here in the camera. But
a bit windy, is it?
Yes, it's a bit. So, Olsen, you haven't really played this whole new course a whole lot, but I'm excited for the changes, and I know you were the top scorer in last year's Fling, so
Yes.
Yes.
I have lost a disc on this one, though.
Yes, we're still working on recovering that, along with half a dozen other people. So, this is the card we have for you today. Going left to right is London Drake, Knuckey, Jared Holt, and Dane Zimmerman. These are guys, this is the MPO field technically, so we have a lot of skill for you guys to show today. And yeah, this is a new edition. We're going to have flyovers of each hole, and this is the very first hole. And all of these are approximate values, 330 feet, uphill 10 feet, par 3, guarded by some hay bales.
Does not say it, but I would kind of assume something. Well, I didn't look at the score.
So while these players are throwing, I'll talk a little bit about the background here. Most of this course is new from last year. We haven't seen too much, let's say, overlap between the course design. So this is a new starting hole, and we'll see how these players sling it. That was Dane putting it right up the middle, being a little bit short. And Don is laying into it. It fades out. It's going to be on the right-hand side of the basket in circle 2. But, yeah.
Wind's a hard read out here in the open.
Wind, very much so, yep. So as I said, this is now coming right to left, and I'll give you guys a wind read as we get into each new hole. But Jared here also going with the backhand. He puts that up high, and I think that'll also start fading out at a good spot. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Hannah. She's actually on the camera here this weekend, so...
blinding.
That is a bright orange right there from London.
London's being cautious of any hunters in the area.
Yes.
As he will be trudging through the wilderness to find his disc.
True. He's
Sorry.
Be far right. It's all good. You know, first tee shot on any event, especially when you're on camera, can get pretty nerve-wracking. So he's got a short upshot here to get to the basket. Makes short work of it. Don lining up what looked like a throw, but he didn't actually throw. What's going on here?
He lost sight of the basket here. You can't find it.
Oh.
Not over there, buddy.
I guess uncertain about who to throw. I think Dane ends up throwing, and he puts himself, I think, in the bullseye. And that was Jared putting an upshot after being long. He gets close. No, never mind. This is Dane here. Okay, and he tosses it up. Yep. Here we go. A little bit of some miscommunication on our upshots, but London here to close out. He puts it a little bit low. It's okay. Like I'm saying here, the wind is getting really high, so people are being a lot more cautious on the green. It's going to be harder to score when you're not, I'll say, within 15 feet or sometimes even closer, depending on how exposed the basket is. So.
Nerves aside, the wind is a mental block when you're stepping up to putt.
Absolutely. So while London closes out here, I'll just go to mention that it took about a week to set up this entire course. Oh, hooks on his finger. But a lot of effort goes into that 1 week of setup time. As you see, there's some mowed fairways here. Hole 18's fairway mowed on the other side of this green. And a chain out. Yeah, this is... This is hard, but there's a lot more golf left. And if Lennon were here, he'd say, I hate you. I do want to shout out Legacy Discs. They are the title sponsor for this event. They gave us super great deals on the players packs, which everyone's excited for, and I was too, getting the event stamp on both the shirts and the discs. But coming here to hole 2, I think I ranged this a lot shorter. This is more like a 250-foot shot, just dead flat, but we're throwing straight into the headwind here. We'll see how these players attack it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun designing and putting together this course. So it's fun to see all these players put their best against it. So Dane putting it a little short.
And Don entering the stratosphere with that one.
And he parks it. And trying to keep it low in this wind. If you get it nose up, especially on that righty backhand, it'll want to pick it up and go left eventually as it starts fading out. Same with the righty forehand, it'll pick it up and take it right. It looks like everyone but Jared's relatively close.
Good bit out there.
Yeah, with that 20-mile-an-hour wind, gets pretty iffy. That was a great recovery after hole 1, so hopefully picking London back up. And there we go. Dane, I'll say Dane does putt with quite a heavy hyzer, so he's liking the left to right winds for his putt, but not the right to left. The putting green favors people with a flat putt when you're in the wind, so... Alright, hole 3, the infamous Olsen losing a disc on this hole on the right because he just throws it way too straight. Don't know what in the heck's going on.
Bombs it.
Yeah.
Accidentally through 500 feet.
Yeah.
You'll have that.
No, nobody does. 350-foot par 3. It's a blind shot here. You're just trying to put a hyzer out over the first few hay bales that you see. Donnie decides to throw Anheuser into a right to left wind, and it decides it never wants to come back. So he's got that going for him.
Oh, way right.
It came back.
Yes, right there at the very end. So he'll be in the open, but
yeah, if anyone finds a T-bird out here on this course in the future with a little Captain Falcon on it, it's mine. So
Falcon.
I drew that myself. You get that back to me. You'll be rewarded.
Is your name on it?
Peyton will get you something.
Oh, sure. Thanks for volunteering me.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty routine shot there from Dane, as well as from London as well. We'll see what Jared's got in store. Yeah.
You throw in there Halo something?
Actually, it's interesting. I think Jared's got a mixed bag. He does a decent amount of Innova. I think that's some MVP, some overmold plastic stuff. And
sure.
Yeah. London's rocking an all Discraft bag, just has his preferences, and he enjoys the plastic. And yeah, Don is crafty, and he's got all the discs that work for him, including a Halo Polecat, which we'll see him break out here on the green quite often.
Does he throw that?
He does throw that.
I know he likes his landmine quite a bit, but I don't know.
I haven't asked him why he changes in between, so this is his landmine right here. And he
not
enough glide on that landmine, man.
I thought his landmine was white.
You know what? Actually, I don't know. I don't know if that's like one of the armadillos or something. I forget. I don't know discs. I like to pretend I do.
That looked like a polecat to me, the yellow disc.
No, I think a blue halo is what his polecat is. So we'll clean up here on the green. No major damage done. 3's normal. Also want to thank PFC offering insurance for the event as well. I am also a board member of the PFC, and we're trying to do a lot of great stuff here for the Peoria area, including Lakin. So feel free to check us out on Facebook. We've got a Facebook group, and we want to make disc golf a great sport. Here at hole 4, 500-foot par 3. Feels like 500 feet.
Yeah.
You're throwing at 300 feet, 25 feet uphill into a tailwind. So everything just gets sapped out of your disc, and just watch this. It's like a super glidey disc that just drops.
Remember, too, this guy's...
And if you don't put it in the air, you just put it into the hillside, and that's what Dane does. But trick is on all uphill shots is getting your reach back low and popping that plant leg up. Get it to lift.
Next year, we're going to have this fairway made out of bowling alley wood with the oil on it.
So it can skip?
So you can skee ball it.
Oh, yeah.
Guess I'm kind of mixing sports there, but you just whip it into the hillside and let physics do the rest.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Although, if you're willing to pay for the lumber, I think we can make that happen. There is a barn that needs to come down out here at the property, but I was hoping we could probably build a bridge out of that instead of, a fake bowling alley. Just pitching it up here, essentially. This is on a hilltop, so it's exposed to the wind. Not a whole lot of trees to break up the wind coming off the cornfield that was to our backs, so Jared giving that a chance, and he gave that a good bid. That was over the top. So, good line. I will mention I am also in the field as well playing this weekend, although I did mention Olsen not having a whole lot of experience with the course. He was not able to make the event this weekend. What were you doing?
I was in Wisconsin.
What on earth were you doing in Wisconsin?
Just enjoying life.
Oh, man, was I not enjoying life while I was here.
I'm sad I missed
No, I'm just kidding.
the tournament. I had some scheduling miscommunications, if not misinformation, and but
Disinformation.
just provides an extended suspense for my champious. That's a new word I just invented. Return next year. I'll be there.
Although you won't be the champious, it'll be someone else here this weekend.
Formerly champiously returnously.
True. You could put a less Greek S's in there.
Bring a parade and
Shut it.
Right in.
All right, a 320-foot par 3 heading back to the cornfield, so now we're heading straight into the headwind. This is downhill, 25 feet, so good luck finding a disc to throw in this.
get it past the brush pile.
Yes. Too many discs are going to end up there. Dane hangs this out. Does it get enough power on it?
Nope.
No, it just clips the very end. I think you'll have some footing and be able to pitch around, but you don't want to be in those dead branches.
Into the abyss.
Yes. And you see Knuckey there. He throws a beautiful shot, and it lands just beyond view on that turn, so he's about circle's edge away from the basket. So it's okay to trust the wind to carry it left. It's hard to go too far left, but you just don't want to be short, and it looks like that's what Lennon did as well. But he may have cut through. This is interesting. How do you throw a shot downhill when the wind is coming up at you at 20 miles an hour? It's very interesting. Overstable plastic.
Good bid there.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Yeah, Jared's here on the inside just trying to put it up there and put it on the tailwind putt side. So, well done in London also. Trying to give that a healthy bid. There's the polecat right there. That's what I'm saying. Just look at that drop like a rock. There's no wind underneath that disc.
It's the equivalent of a knuckleball. We'll call it a Knuckey disc.
A Knuckey ball. Nice. Well, London chaining left. And then putting it in. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot of scoring going on right now. Just trying not to accumulate a whole bunch of strokes and lose a disc in the elevated basket. You know, you learn a lot of things as you start running events or designing your own course, and I need to start putting step stools out there. And once again, if you guys weren't aware, a new addition to this year's event was a lot of sponsors, including Underdog Sports. And I want to thank Underdog for supplying the event with some monetary help, being able to cover those awesome players packs from Legacy Discs. So
thank you, Underdog.
Thank you, Underdog. You guys do a great thing for the used sport market in Peoria. But hole 6, just wide open, left to right wind, chuck something hard and far, fight the wind, and then
keep an eye on your disc.
Yeah, exactly. Out of bounds left here in this bean field. It's the first real out of bounds that we come in across, and really that's the rule of thumb there. Oh, and the tournament director in orange back there. on hole 7. I heard that guy's weird.
He's a strange bird.
Yeah.
A goof, if you will.
A goober. These guys making good work of this fairway, just chunking it hard. Can't do much more than that.
Did London give you his jacket or something? Had the orange change places? Trade. Forget it.
No, actually, I'm wearing the event shirt, so
London
puts that up high and it starts fading short. I think that was a 270-foot shot. I think that's what London ranged it at, and he's got about just as far to get into the green. Hangs it out right. I think it starts fading out. Yeah, he's going to be a little outside circle on the right-hand side of the basket, but for most players in the MPO, MA1 field, this should be a pretty routine hole. You just throw, a good power shot and then a short up shot, and it should give you a good chance at a birdie. Looks like we've got 2 birdie chances. I'm not sure where Don landed. Let me disclaim as well, as I said, Hannah's on the camera. She's never recorded for disc golf, and she improved significantly over the 2 rounds. So feel free, stay tuned. I promise.
We appreciate our volunteers.
Yes, 100%. Although I do pay her in many ways. So, just kidding. Oh.
Robbed.
So one thing I want to ask people, post down in the comments below, what is the worst basket that you've played on in your mind? I will ask that because I don't think that these are the worst baskets. These are gateway baskets and are incredibly portable. Made it super easy to set up for the event, and they were lent to us from PFC, so definitely thank them for having the materials and lending them out. But yeah, go ahead and put that in the comments below. As we move to hole 7, a 290-foot par 3, we once again turn our backs toward the wind, and it's coming off our right shoulder, so just kind of put something out there to the right-hand side and have a disc come back to the left, right on the far side of that huge oak tree.
Featuring the hanging basket from prior hole 18 of 2 years ago's tournament. No, it was last year.
It was last year, man.
Last year's tournament.
If you guys haven't seen that, I do recommend, if there's anything you go and see, rewind back, go watch round 2, the final 9 of the event last year. You get to see Olsen and Don here kind of battle it out, and they were at hole 18 several times and threw it very well. So definitely one of the signature holes for me. London, he kind of skied it, and we lost track of it, so I just moved over to his upshot, to which he, I think, leaves it a little bit short, and he's going to be on this side of the tree trying to putt at that hanging basket. So a little bit more work left to be done. And tailwind putt drops it out of the sky for Don. So yeah, definitely one of my favorite things to do with the course design is trying to do something interesting with the baskets. And so I thought, hanging basket, definitely super cool, seeing that implemented well on other courses. I think there's a need to stabilize the basket because it's unsupported on the bottom end, so you can get this to sway pretty significantly, but it manages to stay pretty still. Just clean up here, some 3s, and I think 4 for London. It's all right.
Sadness.
Yeah. First time on camera. Although I've had him for some casual rounds. Man, I feel like I've got so many shout-outs here. I also got a shout-out, Simply Science and Screen Printing from Peoria. They donated a huge course banner for the event, and is also what you saw at the intro for this video. So thank them very much for donating the material and the time to put all that together. They are awesome. Go check out their products for all your signage needs. This signature hole, this has been the same since year 1. So 3 years here, although this tee I think did move back and right a little bit more to kind of force this left to right moving shot first, unless you're Jared just throwing it into the ground. But that's okay. He'll have another chance at it. But yeah, this is, something simple. You'll try to get to this other side, the other side of this tree here. Dane's a little bit on the short side, but he should be able to have level footing for a second shot. Same with Don. This tree here's about at the 330 foot mark, so getting it past it's a decent shot. And London's going to be an opening. This is the first hole with artificial OB, so the whole right-hand side is pretty thick, so marking it as out of bounds, trying to prevent players from, or let's say, dissuade players from playing towards it. As Don throws towards it, I think it cuts through and gets to some clean landing on the other side of the bend. I just realized I've been talking nonstop for the past 10 minutes.
They love it.
All right, I'm going to be quiet for the rest of this hole. Never mind. I broke that. London hanging it a little too early, but I think he ends up counter rolling back into the fairway, so it'll be good.
Crickets. Two good approaches from the past two players. 3, not bad.
Because technically you're changing your lag by moving it out. Because if it's casual, you could play it.
And there's another layup from Don. Oh, wait. I think there was a question here about placement, so I forget what it ended up being, but the actual score that Don scores is displayed at the bottom once he taps out. But yeah, Dane is putting himself really close off the tee on his upshots, but he's struggling to put him in, as is London. So very uncharacteristic for both of them. I have a lot of experience seeing their games and their play, and you just got to be like this guy Don, lay it up to 10 feet every time and put her in. There we go. So I think a 4 here is the par, although this does err on the high side. I don't have powered by UDisc here, so I'm not able to give course stats, but it definitely plays more like 4.5 with respect to the field. So I also want to shout out Country Financial, specifically John Krieghauser in Laken. He is a huge proponent for local events and has definitely come alongside me in some of these disc golf outings and put some good prizes to it. So thanks, John, for your contributions. And here we have hole 9, the last hole of the front 9, a 360-foot par 4. In years past, what is the middle of the fairway now used to be black locust saplings, and since then we've taken it down. So definitely makes it a lot more traversable and much easier to score here. So for big power players like Jared and some other people in this field, we might actually be able to see some eagles. So Dane hangs that over, and he starts fading out a little early. The basket is out of view to the right from the tee, so you can't see it from this camera view either. Just getting it out there and then having an upshot for an easy birdie is routine. And here's the basket.
I think a flippy backhand is the play on this hole if you can.
Most definitely.
If you can place it.
Yeah, and off the tee, the wind is coming off your left shoulder from behind, so it's kind of a tail left to right. Definitely assists a understable disc thrown Anheuser. Kind of hits that critical turnover angle, and then the wind just propels it forward. So, yeah, 360 feet, effectively on the same plane. You just have to get the right angles. Definitely have to be an angle king. What?
Caribou.
Yep, there's no caribou here. Good putt from Don. Good birdie. I think we'll see that from most of the players here. And with that, definitely, once again, this is the front 9 here. There are 3 more 9s to go, a back 9 for round 1, and then a whole round 2, so please stay tuned. And in addition to that, I want to announce to you guys, we have a giveaway for this video series, but I'm not going to announce it here. You gotta go watch the back 9 for that. So please give it a watch. I'll announce it there. Excited for this new year and for what the channel has in store. So thank you all for joining us here. Olsen, any thoughts from the front 9 and what you've seen so far?
It's good. Good front 9. Thanks for joining us. See you on the back 9 for the giveaway and the rest of the video.
There's going to be plenty of video.
Plenty of video.
In fact, there's plenty of outro here, man.
Stick around.
Yep. Definitely check out Legacy Discs. Go find them online. Big store, big selection, lots of good stuff.
That logo.
Oh, that's great, man. Beautiful. I designed that logo myself too.
Good.
I did, thanks. I wanted it simple, but also gets the point across. Disc golf on a farm without horseshoes.
There were horseshoes.
No, there were no horseshoes.
No horseshoes. See ya.